So guys, Russia is back in UEFA tournaments. Yes, only the U17 team for the moment, but it looks like the time when all Russian football is back into participating in UEFA tournaments is just a question of time, unfortunately. And I just love these excuses from UEFA who are saying, oh, well, we do not want to ban kids for the stuff that adults are doing. So what, are you not going to allow staff to come to these tournaments? Aren't you going to also allow coaches to kind of go out and coach the teams on these tournaments? Hey, and this is a great excuse for everyone. Hey, let's take all the sanctions away from Russian oligarchs because, well, you know what? Their children should not suffer for what adults are doing. And this is specifically impacting them. So we have to think how to not kind of hurt their childhood. Hey, the children also pay the price for what the adults have done. Even if you look in Ukraine, for a lot of bad policy, even in Ukraine, it's the children who are suffering. And I mean, in every country, it's always going to be the children who are going to be suffering for what the previous generations are doing. And yes, I can agree that probably Ukraine hasn't done its best job to convince UEFA that all Russian sports should be banned from European tournaments. Maybe I also take some blame for it because, I mean, I'm a Ukrainian sports YouTuber and I kind of had to also do something with it. But I just love how UEFA is trying to sit on two chairs at the same time. Like, we are supporting Ukraine, we're always the Ukrainian people. But at the same time, they come to Russia and say, well, look, step by step, we can allow your children to go and we can explain it like we're not gonna hurt everyone. So first it's gonna start with the children, then it's gonna start with only the youth teams, etc, etc. Or there's also a choice that Ukraine might do something about it and push its line that Russia should be banned from all European sport, not only football. This is such a bizarre explanation, UEFA. I mean, you could have just came up with something more convenient. You could have just said, screw you, Ukraine. We want to deal with Russia, but we don't want to make it that obvious, so we're still respected by the European nations. So we're gonna to kind of allow only the youth national teams to participate in the tournaments. Guys, we can see everything with our bare eyes. And the embarrassment aren't your choices. The embarrassment are the ways you're putting your choices. Personally, for me, if you would have said, you know what, screw you, Ukraine, we don't care about you, I would have accepted it much, much more, because I would have at least understood, you would have at least been honest with us people, than rather making some excuses about children suffering. Well, Ukrainians, нам не можна зупинятись і треба продовжувати виконувати свою роботу. Ті люди з УЄФА, які крутять такі рішення, вони ще за своє заплатять. Слава Україні!